Welcome to the Hour of Power. Again, recording episode 17 of the Hour of Power. I, fellow humanoid, the gracious host of the benevolent presence, Chad William Michael. I welcome you, all of you, all beings, near or far, human and non-human, fairies, goddesses, gods, angels, and all the other shapes and sizes, all belief systems. I welcome you to your own presence. This is what the Hour of Power is about. It is the gift to you and to all those that are around you. For all those at 97.7 KWNK listening, Reno Community Radio, I thank you so much for tuning in. I believe this is the 11 o'clock hour on the Sunday evening. However, we are sharing ourselves graciously with a live audience via Instagram. Thank you for tuning in. And we're going to share a little bit together, the best as possible. The highest version of me and you together for all eternity. Within an hour, of course. Continually remembering to take mindful breaths here and now always. I'm being reminded past, present, and future is happening now, whether I realize it or not. I'll let you know when I figure it out, of course. I've been so excited to record again and to share the stories and share the presence. There's so much that I want to tell you, but I need to get out of the way so you can get what you're really supposed to hear, what you're really supposed to feel. If I tell you stories, that's about yesterday. If I share from the heart, it's about here and now and the future. What's more important? Chad William Michael and how great he is? Of course, we all know he's so great. But there's a bigger picture. There's a bigger goal in mind, and it is about all of us together, coexisting in peace and harmony. Do you understand what I am talking about? It is not the outer world that we can manipulate and control like old-time dictatorship. Trying to control the outer world is an obvious knowing that the power is all within. And when you know you are all powerful within, you don't need to manipulate the outer world. You simply reside in peace and harmony within, no matter what is going on around about us. That's still, for my intellect, challenging to swallow. So I'm thinking less and less lately. Let's put it that way. It's better that way, of course, for everybody, that I do not think and then I just be. I'm coming from a state of beingness, and if I'm coming from a state of beingness, mindfully breathing one breath after another from moment to moment for all eternity, it not only benefits Chad William Michael, but it benefits all beings. And this has been my experience for about 7 years. If we were in Egyptian times, this should be the year of prosperity and plenty. I really love this. I really love this sharing. I'm so grateful for Reno. I'm grateful for the Reno community. I'm grateful for the Holland Project and all our beautiful new members, almost 400 new members of the KWNK, raising funds to get us online viewing, which will be happening by May 1st. We have enough funds to get that project rolling. I thank you for your wealth sharing. And of course, we only want to share our wealth from joy, because my understanding of true prosperity and wealth, if it comes from our highest vibration of love, joy, giving, that's longevity. If I take it and I'm dominating to receive my wealth, it's short-term success. For example, robbing a bank. That would be short-term success, and that would soon flee, and the byproduct of that. However, it's about the marathon. It's about the longevity of wealth, joy, and happiness. Give me 100 push-ups. I can't do that at the moment, and a lot of you cannot either. I know a handful of you could, but it's one at a time. It's one breath at a time, one conscious breath at a time, from moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. Anything outside of that causes all sorts of anxieties to arise about the future. It's so fun to visualize success regarding the future. I love doing that. I love feeling, what does it feel like to be successful in any aspect or category, whatever goals you may have. Bring yourself to the end goal, visualize it, close your eyes. What does it feel like? Imagine it with as much detail as possible. Return to the present moment and engage in the present moment from one joyful activity to the next with no expectation of return is the practice. Very challenging as a human being. We have these conditions. But it starts with us. It starts with me. Be the change you want to be. We've all heard it. What does that actually mean? You know, for example, I'm borrowing this example, of course. Everything I share has been given to me. So if I say, I'm not going to eat chocolate cake at night, I'm not going to eat it, I'm not. You're probably going to, because you're fueling the energy of not eating that cake, that beautiful cake. Or I can just say, I'm following my joy. I'm making more and more healthy decisions. Chocolate cake, there's nothing wrong with it. I love chocolate cake and it loves me. However, I'm going to just make healthier choices, drink a little bit more water, and refrain till the morning. I'm smiling. I love it. I love the smile. I invite it into my life in the morning. I've been up since 4:40 a.m. It's been really beautiful. I got in. I flew in yesterday. I returned to Reno after 2 weeks of an adventure up in the California mountains. I had a nice full day in San Francisco. I love that place. Ran through the Golden Gate Park and kissed the ocean. Oh, it's so beautiful. And spent a couple weeks in Idlewild, California, above 5,600 feet, near in the San Bernardino Park. And did some hiking and biking and trail walking, a lot of meditating, stretching, and we put up a nice, beautiful redwood fence. Thank you, trees, for giving your life for our fortress. We do appreciate it mindfully, as the trees give us fresh oxygen. Thank you, trees. And so flying in, we landed around 1, and I walked home, 2.5 miles walk. And wow, was that challenging. I was walking up the street, Plum Street, for all you locals, and coming from surrounded by pine trees to Plum Street, you're just shocked. And so as these negative emotions arise, I got really ruthless with my gratitude, and I started faking. I said, oh my gosh, and I'm talking out loud, and I had my sunglasses on, so I didn't feel as crazy with all the cars walking by, but honestly, who cares? You can either care deeply about what people think or not give a rip about it. It feels a lot better not to care. And thank you, Reno, for being so beautiful. Thank you for welcoming me so graciously. And on and on and on I went, and shifted the vibrations to gratitude. And I believe magnets, we are made mostly of water, cells, water responds to vibrations, thought, I believe, travels faster than the speed of light. So we are a product of thought and belief system. So I started to really be grateful. I'm getting paid so much money. Chad, what does it feel like to get paid an affluent amount of money to do what you love to do, your services? Wow, it feels great, Chad. Thanks for asking, Chad. And it shifted my consciousness, and I started to attract more beauty, and I started to believe it, and I started to see it, and the mountains and the white caps, and started to see more smiles. And we truly are a product of thought, and I experience it in the moment. That is powerful. That is the power within. And I didn't change anybody. I didn't make anyone smile, although I would love to. Good thing I'm not a dictator. There would be public examples made in the streets where the people do not smile. Kidding? Or am I? Life's a beautiful thing. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot have the beauty without the ugly. And I'm grateful more and more. Super Beast, I love you, brother. This is good for all you radio people in there. I appreciate this. And we're sharing ourselves live right now on Instagram. I really appreciate the mediums that we have access to, and the community and the support and the membership drive. And for all you people and humans and non-humans, membership. You can have membership to the KWNK.org, radio.org, and minimum of $5 a month would just support what we're doing here. As of the moment, I believe it's nonprofit. But money is a great thing. It's a great exchange. I rolled into town and I went grocery shopping, spent $100, and had $100 worth of supplements waiting for me and vitamins, so I can just have my nervous system calm and just really plug away here in the Reno community and serve to my greatest potential. I love it here. I have a great practice here. I got a lot to look forward to. I love sharing on the radio here. Again, we're recording episode 17 for Sunday evening at 11 p.m. West Coast time. Viewers, it's an absolute honor to pregame you for deep sleep and an absolute successful, treasure-filled week ahead of you. And that's what it's all about. I feel like every day is the gift. Every day is the only day. I feel like many, including my own self, we feel like we're guaranteed tomorrow. And we must give death grace. In order to receive grace from death, we must give first. And death has become my friend. And I want to live. I want to live gracefully every day with absolute gratitude, ruthless optimism for the future, and live to 140. But it's not guaranteed, so I must do my part for moment to moment to moment in absolute gratitude and joy, even when things aren't going my way, just to say, wow, thanks for that contrast. Thank you for that ordering, for that attraction into your life, Chad. Now, what do you prefer, without judging it necessarily, just saying, yeah, that's cool. I don't prefer that. However, I do prefer joy, harmonious relationships, pockets full of cash, luscious bank account with a minimum $10,000 in it at all times. Beautiful. Boy, I love luxury. Last night I went over to my cousins and we had a nice 3 hours together, had some snacks and did some hot tubbing. And I'm so grateful, really grateful. Gratitude. I love my family. I love my family. Most of them are 2,600 miles away. I love you, Ian. I'm just snacking on all my brother's ears. My sister, gosh, I'm so thankful for my sister coming into this world, because she helped me, like, oh my gosh, that's my sister. I have to be gentle. I have to be caring and considerate and more kind. With my brothers, I was a little bit ruthless. Always learning. always growing. My youngest brother, Ian, is 13, and he has been invited out here to Reno to see. I start rehearsals tomorrow for musical comedy. A funny thing happened on the way to the Forum at the Reno Little Theater. 19 shows, July 6th through the 29th this July for Art Town Reno. Fabulous. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. We did a script reading a few weeks ago, and I was laughing, and I was like, I don't know if I should be laughing. So it'll be really good. It's a nice satire. It's nothing I would really seek after because I feel, but it's healthy. It's healthy to bring light to these ignorant things that human beings do, and I'm just privileged to be a part of the theater. And it's going to be the 83rd or 84th season at the Reno Little Theater. What an honor and privilege to be amongst actually really good thespians and actors. I remember showing up for the audition, and they're like, "Where's your sheet music?" And I go, "Can you improv on the piano to Beauty and the Beast duet with Beast and Belle?" They liked it. Blessed, just blessed, you know. I show up to a lot of places that conscious or with my intellect, I feel like I don't deserve to be there. I mean, that's the old story, and I just really want to be a part of these things. So I just show up and be like, "Hello, I'm here to play. What's your background, young man?" "Well, a lot of bicycle riding." And they're like, "Hmm." And I feel like I'm surrounded by a lot of magic and whatever you want to call it. A lot of blessings and graces in my life. I know I got a lot of prayer warriors back at home. I grew up in a big church. I know they all pray for me. They love me. "Shotzi, Chad, we are praying for your soul." Well, I love it. I'm grateful. Keep sending the good vibes my way. I'll take all I can get. I really appreciate it. And I feel more than ever before. I'm giving more than I'm taking. That feels great. I mean, it's like the first time in my life that I'm able to do that. You know, I feel safe having a consistent place to sleep and rest and to dream and wow, you know, make my meals. Hung out at the yoga studio at the Studio Reno today for an hour and a half and stretched out by myself. It's sweet to share and it's sweet to have my alone time. You know, I actually love myself now. You know, it's been a process. I'm getting to know myself more and learn to love myself more and more as time goes on. I mean, it's a process of, you know, forgiving for our trespasses, like the things that, you know, it's all been beautiful. The whole ride's been beautiful. All the experiences have led to now, and you're only just to be grateful for all of it is just fabulous. And that's like transcending. That's transmuting any seeming negativity into an absolute gift. And all the people and places that I've had the privilege of, I mean, wow, people have served me, you know, and been very patient with me as I've eaten all your food. Forgive me. I owe you. You might want to keep that one. 275 thou. Thanks, Dumb and Dumber. I love to entertain you, honestly, but the most important thing is your own breath. Truly, take a deep breath. You deserve it. Take another abundant breath, the biggest breath you've taken all day. And just because you're special, please take another one. You are the gift. You are the gift. Be yourself. Be your authentic self. Do not apologize for your existence. The more you are yourself, the more you'll just be around the people that love you as they love themselves. And I've been reminded, do not rob other people of your presence by pretending to be something else other than yourself. Wherever you're at, just accept and be. My goal is to respect all beings while achieving my goals, while experiencing life from moment to moment to moment. Like now, I look around, I feel like I'm on a little Mars expedition. Welcome to the final frontier. I invite you on a journey. No guarantee of return. Better than you left. Just anchoring in your own presence with your breath is the most important thing I can share with you. It is the treasure. It is the gourd. Is the gourd, man, right? Yeah. The heart. You can be a planeteer too, because saving our planet is the thing to do. Speaking of that, the way to save our planet is to save yourself. Focus on yourself. Be the change you want to be. Change within. It says, be not deceived by appearances, for beauty is found within. Change happens from within. With our eyes closed, observing our breath, observing sensations throughout the body. They are linked to the subconscious mind. If we can keep a balanced mind and observe sensations, that is the secret. That is the secret. Many people want to keep the secret, but it cannot be suppressed any longer. The people need to know. They need to know. One breath at a time. It's like stretching. Stretching is so therapeutic and healing for me because it lights up the body. It enlightens the body, and I can bring my awareness and use my breath to observe the sensation as my body heals. That is the practice of asanas and yoga, and it's better if you can hold the poses. That's why yin classes are great. You're holding poses 3 to 5, 6, 7 minutes, or even longer on your own time. I am grateful for the yoga studio and all the lovely beings in there. We'll keep it at that. I am grateful. A recovering caveman, of course, more conscious than ever before, and more respectful than ever before, trying to stay with my heart space more than ever before. It can be challenging. Physical exercise for me is a great simulation for the hunting and gathering. If some of you have a difficult time sleeping, you need to exercise more. And drink more water, of course. Eat less. Eating is such a luxury and a privilege. So I am eating more and more of what I need. I'm eating more and more of the balanced amount, refraining into the evening a little bit more. So I'm deeper sleeping, needing less sleep. You see lions, they devour a whole zebra, then they sleep for 5 days, and then they do it all over again. I eat more plants than ever before. I'm eating more and more plants and fruits, and I supplement with a lot of vitamins and shakes, but all plant-based as best as possible. Sometimes I like a little cream in my coffee, with some honeybee. I really appreciate it. Feeling better than ever before. Getting healthier than ever before. This is the mental chit-chat that I share with myself all day long. Even if it's not the reality, they say fake it till you make it. I feel like my first affirmation about 8 years ago was, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, healthy, harmonious, and happy. And I was none of those things when I started affirming it. But I started to make the changes necessary within in order to be all those things outside of me, and experiencing more joy and gratitude and harmonious relationships. there was no other choice. The suffering was too great, and the negativity I was attracting to my life was highly noticeable. So I said, what is this all about? Once you start asking the questions, the answers come. They must come. They must arrive at the perfect time, and you just let it go, and the answers come in many different forms throughout the day, days, weeks, months, years. Life is the gift. It's like climbing mountains. You know, I love to climb mountains, either on a mountain bike or with my beautiful legs on foot. And if I crave the top before I get there, it creates imbalance in the mind and can create a lot of suffering. So I'm just with the moments, I'm with the steps, I'm with the pedaling, and I'm just enjoying however comfortable or uncomfortable it is. I'm with it. I'm just grateful that I'm alive and that my heart is beating, my legs work, my toes work, my fingers work, my eyes, my ears, my hair is beautiful. You know, whatever it takes to change your attitude into a positive one, do it. And do it now. It's an honor to share with you all. 97.7 FM Community Reno Radio, KWNK. I appreciate you. I appreciate our listeners. I appreciate our audience. I'm grateful for my living experience here and now, always. So beautiful. I look at the timer and we have another about 30 minutes together. I don't know if I want you all to. Let's get to it. Let's get to it here. What do the people need? What do you need? What do you want? Why are you here? Why are you listening? Why are you still awake? One breath at a time. Just breathing. Getting to know yourself. Getting to know your own presence. Getting comfortable in your own skin with all that energy. It's a lot. It's a lot of energy in your spacesuit you have on. Whatever shape, size, or color it is. Whatever kind of blood is running through your veins. It's a lot of energy. You're doing great, whether you believe it or not. You're right where you need to believe. You're actually right where you need to be. I am content by taking enough action right now. I love that. Sometimes that's just stretching a finger. That's sometimes stretching my wrist or my neck. Or taking a deep breath. If I feel any angst about any action that I feel like I need to take other than being in the present moment, I deserve to take a deep breath. And another one, and another one, and another one. As you become your own, no one is going to give you permission. Don't wait for other people to give you permission. Make the best choice you can in the here and now for you, for your health, for your happiness. It's an investment in yourself that all people around you benefit from, your family, your friends. Yes, yes, it is scary, very scary. The kitty cat casts a big shadow on the wall. It is true. Fear has a lot of power. However, when you breathe consciously, it anchors in your light, It anchors in your life force, which is more powerful than any fear. One breath at a time. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Trying to think too much. We're shifting, we're moving. We are a part of the planet. We are the planet. Just breathe. Just breathe and enjoy. Love all beings around you. Give them your utmost presence. Let God, the universe, support you. Let the abundance that has always been around you, let it be apparent. Be grateful. Be ruthlessly grateful. Be kind. Be compassionate with yourself and all others. Take a deep breath before you respond to the world around you. It is there just to remind you to breathe. It is there to remind, it is the simulation, it is a game, it is the ultimate gameplay on planet Earth. Are you in or are you in? It is so much fun. What do you desire? What are your wants? I believe it's just to be present, anything that we do, any stimulations that we are attached to. It's all to it's all for presence. It's all to, wow, I really love such and such because it really made you present, whether it's a concert or your church or bicycle riding or TV watching or video gaming, especially. It's dropping a lot of chemicals in the brain, tend to be overstimulating and kind of deteriorating to the inside of your bodies. I am making healthier and healthier decisions more and more of the time. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be wealthy. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. Self-discipline is absolute freedom. I love it. I love it. When the silence is there, what do you feel? Being alone is powerful. Don't be afraid of it. Step into it. Be alone. Simulate it every day. My goal is I sit 1 hour twice a day to practice that time with myself, that being alone. Even if I'm not, it's a great practice. One breath at a time and observing. I see it as like a pre-flight check. I just check all my systems. Thoughts come and go, feelings come and go, sensations come and go. A lot happens in an hour that you can observe. And it is absolutely the most powerful thing I could, and the most healthiest thing I could do for myself and all beings, all planet Earth, all time, space, reality. You see how infinite it is. 1 minute can seem like all eternity. Technically, it is. Heaven and hell sensation, it's here and now. I prefer to feel good so I can make conscious choices that simulate that and help provoke pleasant feelings, but the unpleasantries are there as well, and they may always be there as a human being. It's really cool. It's as a human being, we're able to feel the more emotional gamut, the spectrum is large. According to some stories, there's 31 realms here, and as a human being, we're in the fourth or fifth. So the hell realms can't feel the pleasant sensations, and the angelic realms, Brahma realm and above, they can't necessarily feel the denser vibrations that we do, and they kind of look with curiosity. I feel like they observe us with curiosity, and I feel like they're here to help us and cheer for us. I feel like I got a bunch of cheerleaders. It could be all imagination. Sometimes I feel like it's real. Sometimes I'm like, meh. I just look around me and my five senses tell me what's real, right? That is easier to digest for my intellect. But as I move more and more into the feelings and practice, what do I feel? It's not the actions I take or the experiences that I have. It's how do I feel right now? And 32 years, 32 rotations around the sun in this embodiment as Sir Chad William Michael. So grateful that I follow my feelings. I follow, okay, that doesn't feel so good. I'm going to stop. I'm going to breathe. And then, what's going to bring me joy and respect to all beings? And that may be stretching. That may be hydrating. That may be taking, kicking back and sitting in a zero G chair and looking at the mountains or listen to some beautiful music and whatever it may be. When we're in a healthy, higher state of vibrations and joy and consciousness, we're going to receive great ideas, and we're going to be able to take action on those great ideas more so if we follow our joy, and those great ideas benefit more and more people. Cousin Seth and I were joking last night, and I tend to joke a little bit because we are recovering warmongers, and so instead of making bullets and bombs and going to war and killing each other, let's do more push-ups together. Let's do more air squats together. Let's climb more mountains together. Let's bicycle ride together. Let's play ball together. Let's dance together. Let's listen to some music. If you have to, well, how do you need to just roll a doobie and have a cup of coffee and just chill out and enjoy? It'd do a lot of you a lot of good. You're afraid of the truth. Sometimes I am. I'm facing it more and more. Okay, what belief systems do I have in place that are continuing to have this experience, whatever negative experience it may be, poverty, sickness, depression, anxiety? What belief systems do I have in place in order to keep me in that repetition? And once I can ask those questions, I observe the answers that come up and I bless them and I am grateful for them. And I say, hey, you may leave now. Your services are no longer needed. I am moving into more of a graceful state of joy, happiness, gratitude, wealth, health, prosperity, affluence, opulence, wholesomeness, balance, creativity. My health and wellness trumps everything and everybody. It does. It has to. Like I said, no one's going to really give you permission anymore to take a nap or go ride a bicycle. You got to go do it yourself. You got to just know it's right for you. Be true to yourself. And that is challenging. That can be very challenging because we want to please people and we want to keep our jobs and pay the bills and have excess in our lives. And apparently we're addicted to waste. And God bless us. May we be pardoned. May we only take what we need and give more. I'm doing better and better than ever before. I still want to hop in a Lamborghini. I appreciate it, I still thank you for all the trees. Thank you for the construction of my beautiful home. Thank you for the airplanes. Thank you for my private aircrafts, my spaceships. Thank you for my galactic tour. I appreciate it. At the perfect time, space, reality, and harmonious. Please return me in one piece, please. I love it. It's raining out. And obviously, my Lamborghini now is my Augusta Fixie bicycle. So I ride in the rain, snow, sleet, hail, subarctic temperatures here at times. And hot climate temperatures, and I'm friends with all weather patterns. However, I prefer I prefer the warmth. But when it's raining, I mean, I came in here, my butt was soggy. It was fun, and the rain. Everybody, well, the quote is, or the feeling was, many complain when I'm not here, but few want to play with me when I arrive. Quote the rain. And it felt good to be rained on, especially in the high desert at 4,200 feet. You know, rain is beautiful when it arrives here, and it rains at the perfect times, and we have plenty of water. For some reason, planet Earth, a lot of beings are in a scarcity consciousness of not enough, so they live in fear and they take and they steal and they kill. I understand. I really see the abundance. I've been seeing it for years, and I feel like I'm always at the correct place at the correct time. I'm fluid, I'm flexible, I'm on divine time. I'm not, and I'm more aligned with human time and third dimensional time. However, I'm on divine time, you know. My higher self, God, can see the bridge out up ahead, you know, can see, it could steer me around, you know. Oh, I think I need to go this way to get here. Well, that may not be the safest route. You actually, the bridge may go out up ahead, right? So if we're tuned in, tapped in, turned on to our guidance system, like geese are, we'll be steered in the correct direction and arrive safely. So I always affirm I'm always on time, I'm always at the correct place at the correct time, you know. Not complaining about current circumstances, not complaining about the world or leadership. A lot of swear words just came up in my head. Just get over it. The Bible says to pray for your leaders for a reason. Think well of them. Your thoughts travel faster than the speed of light, and they have more influence than you think. So get over what you think, how things should be run, and how people should act. Why? I look at myself. I'm looking at myself right now in this beautiful Apple monitor, and I look at myself and I say, what do you need to change in order to see the positivity in the planet and Earth? It's up to you, kid. I'm not waiting for anyone to change so I can benefit from it. I take 100% responsibility for my life. All the good, all the bad. I have sown and reap. I am reaping all of the things I have sown. I'm cleaning house. I'm facing more and more of the things I'm able to face from my past in order to bless it and move forward. I'm better than ever before. Um, I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am healthy. And this frequency, this tuning into this frequency is important. I can't expect to watch Channel 10 while I'm stuck on Channel 5. I'm watching Channel 5 going, oh, I wish I can be watching Channel 10. You got to change the channel. We're the same. We're frequency. We're antennas. So if you want to see peace in the world, be that antenna and give out peace. And you have to generate it within. What does peace feel like? What is, all right, I sense agitation while I ask that question. So what does peace feel like? What does harmony feel like? No need to think. We're tuning into feeling. What does it feel like to be at ease? What does it feel like to be at peace? What does it feel like to be wealthy? What does it feel like to be abundant? What does it feel like to be doing what you love to do all day long? Making a handsome living by doing it. Being able to bless your family and friends. I am allowing. I own nothing. It's all experiencing through me. I'm allowing these things to pass through my experience. We can only give what we have. I can only give joy if I have joy within. I can only share my wealth if I have wealth to give. And I have to tune into that channel before I can receive it. I must give first in order to receive. If I desire beautiful relationships in my life, if I desire a beautiful partner, I must be that first. I must be that for myself. I must feel the joy. I must feel the wealth. I must feel the health. I must feel the happiness and gratitude first. The outer world is not responsible for all that to give to me. I am responsible to tune into that frequency, channel, and feeling in order to receive it. Am I giving what I want to receive? Am I being the example? Am I being the person I want to be around? What old belief systems need to be observed in order to experience the best in life? I am healing with planet Earth too, just like you. We are all the same. There is no separation. We are all together in this. Love your fellow as best as possible. They are a reflection of you. If you don't like what they're doing, just let them be. Control yourself. I love you as much as I know how. Take time for yourself, even if it's 3 minutes. A few times a day, 1 minute, a few times a day. Taking conscious breaths, focusing on yourself. Drinking more water, taking a little bit more rest, taking more leisure, practicing playtime. Be as a child. Just play. Live long and prosper. I love you. Thank you for tuning to episode 17 of the Hour of Power with your host, Chad William Michael, via KWNK 97.7 Reno Community, Reno Radio. I love you. And thank you for our online listeners. And I appreciate everything that I have. I have everything I need right now. And I will continue to receive more and more, and different as I allow. Peace be with you. Auf Wiedersehen. До свидания. Hasta luego. One breath at a time, from moment to moment. Gratitude is key. Ciao for now.